What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC NEWARK career mode here on FIFA 22. Today we are starting off with a game against Newport County in the league, and we have been in very good league form recently with back-to-back wins for the first time as a professional football club, and actually unbeaten in our last 5 as well. In today's episode, though, we're going to be taking on Newport, who currently sit 7th, and in the second game, we're going to sim a game against Harrogate, who are currently just one place behind us in 19th, and at the end of the episode, we'll be taking on Forest Green, who currently sit 2nd in the league. But anything can change. It's a very tight league right now, so we could be higher up the table at the end of this episode. I sure hope we are. Here are the lineups for the two sides then. We're going to go with Jakonski back in goal for this one. Hicks, Stevens, Goodwin and Sessegnon at the back. Miles, Lawson, Evans and Hargreaves in the middle. Billy James up front with Morris for this one. Newport County line up with a 5 at the back, formation 2 in the middle with 3 up front. Our top goal scorer, Owen Morris, is going to get us kicked off in Wales for this one, taking on Newport County. Upson for Newport, Azaz, back to Upson again. Fisher. For a ball out wide, Logan Hicks will deal with it. Hargreaves can pick it up. Billy James into Evans. James has a little bit of room again here. We'll find him. He beats his man with a step over. Still Billy James looks for a pass away. Couldn't find anybody though. 30 minutes almost into this game. It's been a kind of quiet one for both sides. Not playing too well. Evans here coming forward and just immediately tackled by Abraham. It's kind of been a stop and start one. No one can really get the play going. As evident in this section of play right here. Back to Hilton and to Abraham. Abraham just looking to force his way around the defender and doors it across. He comes and Sessegnon deals with it. Jakonski makes a really good save as well. And best chance of the game there, fourth for Newport. We have survived it, only just though. And now we can come back and look to counter here with Morris. Need to get numbers forward. He finds George Evans. First touch takes him forward. Billy James has got a little bit of room. If Evans can find him, he can't. And we are not going to be able to get anything from that. But Hicks has won it back for us. Evans, Morris, now James. Hasn't got the turn of pace to beat his man. Billy James looks for Morris and finds him. Now Owen Morris, he skips inside his man here. It's still Owen Morris. Can he finish here? No, he can't. Over the bar he goes. Abraham and Fisher working it well through the middle of the park. And then they're going to slip it inside. Sessegnon to Azaz. He's onside here. Jakonski tries to scramble. He gets it across on Fisher. Taps it into the open net. 1-0 to Newport County just before the hour mark. We go behind. We're going to bring on O'Sheng for Hargreaves at the cam spot. Oakley Booth's going to come in the middle for Lawson. Hilton down the right hand side for Newport County. Hilton back. Finds Abraham. Into Fisher. Defended by Stevens. Uses his body well. Finds Tyler Oakley Booth. So Tashan Oakley Booth. Ball forward to James was a good one. O'Sheng. Into Billy James. Got to come forward, boys. It's Morris into Oakley Booth. Oakley Booth can beat 1. He can beat 2. Can he find Owen Morris? He can. Goalkeeper had it covered, and I think it's gone wide on its own. Just scrambled at the finish. So saying, can he win that? He can. 90 minutes up, and we are still behind. O'Sheng can bring it forward though. Billy James. Do we have a goal in us today? Morris. Oakley Booth couldn't quite squeeze it into the right area. Ball's going to be cleared. We've got to win the header and get it going forward. We won't, and it is a 1-0 defeat to Newport County. And beating in 5 has ended. This is a tough loss to take. Okay, Harrogate have actually gone above us now after our recent defeat. We've gone down to 19th in the league. Harrogate up to 17th, 13 points now for them. We have to win this one. It is going to be a simmed game. It is a 2-0 win over Harrogate. Hicks gets a goal from left back and Miles scores the first one. Very good result for us. I think Muldoon missed a penalty. Is that what that sign means in the 72nd minute? And Hicks went up the other end and scored. Sounds like a great game. We win away from home. back up to 16th in the league now after that victory over Harrogate, a point back above them. We have to keep winning if we want to climb this table, though. We can't keep slipping up. It's Forest Green who are 4th and having a really good season, one of the stronger sides. Big game to end today's episode. Forest Green on the side that's going to be playing 5 at the back. They go with 3 in the middle, 2 up front. Matt has been scoring goals for them. He is the league top goal scorer. Our goal scorer Morris needs to start bagging again, though. He's not scored in a few. This is the lineup that we're going to go with, though. Jakonski in goal. Hicks, Stevens, Goodwin, Sessegnon, Miles, Oakley, Booth, Evans, and Hargreaves, James, and Morris. Stevenson, nice ball to March. There's Diallo. To March. Out wide now to Cadden, and across to March. And it simply worked in from Forest Green. Opened up after 9 minutes. Oakley Booth need to respond quickly here. Morris. Oakley Booth back to Morris again. Theo Hargreaves can hold it up and take a look at it, but not much going on in front of him, and eventually just finds nobody. Diallo for Forest Green to Wilson. Gets it out of his feet and turns on the afterburners. Leaves Hicks in his dust. Ball across. Finds Goodwin's head, and Hicks will find Miles on the clearance. George Evans. Miles. Oakley Booth. Into Hargreaves. James had spun away. Can he bring this in his stride? He can. It's Billy James through 1-on-1 and scores. Levels the game after 18 minutes. Billy James needed that goal. Adam forward to Edwards. Now Diallo. Out to Bernard. This is a good football by Forest Green. Just moving it quickly, and over the top is a good one. Across the face of goal from Wilson. Flag stayed down as well. I thought he might have been offside with a run, but he wasn't. Morris. James. Oakley Booth has got a little bit of room. Is he through? He is. He's fouled. He goes down. Penalty to Newark. Yellow card only for Nicky Cadden, and Oakley Booth has won as a spot kick and a chance to go ahead. Definitely contact. And down he goes. Now he needs to finish this, Owen Morris. He needs a goal. And he's drunk. This is why he's been playing so bad. Owen Morris is drunk. I wonder if he can't hit the target. Morris. Of course he missed. Because he's drunk. Oh no. A striker has turned to the beers late in his career. And it's affected us quite badly here as he misses this one. He might have to be dropped. Unless he can do something else. Here's Morris. James. Looking back for Owen Morris. He's not going to chase it. Unless it's a Cali Carlin. He doesn't really want it right now. It's a decent ball to Cadden. He really should be ahead, but Sessegnon has won that beautifully back off Cadden and brings it forward to Oakley Booth. And Booth now, surely he's just going to lay this into Owen Morris. Can he make up for the penalty miss? It's Owen Morris. He will. 2-1 to Newark just before the break. And Owen has his goal. We may just forgive him for getting absolutely rat arse before this one. I've got to say, an unsung hero this season already has been Oakley Booth. Whenever he plays, we just seem to flow a little bit better through the middle than when Kai Lawson's in there. We get to the half-time whistle, leading by 2-1. Playing really well. Good tackle by Miles. Oakley Booth will find James. James finds Hargreaves. James moving off him. He's good. This is decent. We're away here. It's Billy James in. Can he just push it into the drunk Morris, who scores his second? Having a vodka on us. 3-1 to Newark. Stevenson. Long ball forward to March. Matt. Stevenson again to March. Now out wide to Cadden. He's got a lot of room there. Ball to the front post is flicked, and Jakonski just helps it over the bar. Don't want Forest Green getting back into this game. Cadden had a lot of room turned it goalwards. Szykonski didn't feel comfortable catching it and just palms it up over the top. Marches off for them. I think it's a double change actually for Forest Green. Allen's come on to replace March. Stevenson's ball in is headed away by Ibrahim Mars. Only two. Allen on the edge of the box. Injury. A lot of bodies in there. It's going to find Diallo and it's a wonder goal. You don't save those. And with 20 minutes remaining, it's 3-2. Cessignon will find the feet of Miles. Miles to Evans. James will find Morris, and Morris has spun his defender here. It's Owen Morris. He takes his time. He scored his hat-trick. He might have missed a penalty. He might have had 14 beers. But he's got a hat-trick today. And surely puts this game beyond any doubt. 4-2. We'll ball out wide to Wilson. Forest Green. Looking to make a game of this still. Ball's going to find Miles on the clearance. Two men ahead of him is Morris and Hargreaves. Hargreaves have run offside. Morris still has it. Miles back involved in the play. Finds Hargreaves. Hargreaves back heel to James. Miles. Morris. Now Evans. Miles. Morris. And he turns and he tries one and he can't quite find the finish this time. There's just not enough time here, boys. 3 minutes added on at the end of this one. Cadden has been dangerous when he comes forward. Defended well, but will get it back and into the box. Stevens' header takes deflection and put across. And it's going to be turned in for 4-3. There's 15 seconds or less left, boys. You're going to have to grab the ball a little bit quicker than that. Surely not. There is not enough time on the clock, referee. Just blow your whistle. We're laying it off. And referee does blow his whistle. A 4-3 victory over Forest Green. Owen Morris, what a day. 15th in the division is where we will sit at the end of today's episode. 17 points picked up, and with the game against Barrow up next, we'll take a look at the table to see exactly where Barrow are sitting at the moment. They're not below us they are below us in the league, sorry. They're 20th in the league. It should be a game that we can win, and there is a little bit of a points gap between us and them now. Going up the table, if we can win another one and the results go our way, it is 5th. 20 points would be achievable for us. Look at the difference. That's astonishing. We can literally get up to 5th in the league. I mean, we won't, because the results won't go our way. Not all of these teams can lose. But it's still very, very tight for us. A good bunch of results, and we're going to start climbing this division. That will start next game against Barrow, and then we have a game against Crawley, I believe that is. And then we'll face Colchester away to end the episode. We'll probably play either one or two of those in Sim 1. And that is going to do it for today's episode then. A loss and 2 wins takes us back up the table to 15th. Thank you very much for watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon.